Alright, so Capcom dropped a trailer at last for the costume 3s. So, like, for me personally, that means Aki gets a new costume. So, in my opinion, these are pretty varied in terms of quality. So, like, Rashid's, I think, like, the concept of this one is okay. I'm not sure how I feel about, like, the latex fingerless gloves. Like, the main body of the Rashid outfit reminds me a lot of his baseball costume. The one that, I think Gachi-kun designed for winning Capcom Cup. It reminds me of that a bit. I like the sort of sporty Rashid style, but yeah, the like BDSM gloves are a bit of an odd choice to go with it. Aki's one, where is it? Let me get a good freeze frame of Aki's. I think Aki's is decent. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I just think it's like, it's pretty good. I think I still prefer Costume 2. I will say this much. Those of you who follow me on Twitter will know that I've been very against giving Aki a new haircut because I like her frisbee hair. I'm a big fan of the frisbee hair. But I will say, even though they did get rid of the frisbee hair for this costume, I'm glad they still kept an unusual hairstyle and didn't just like do Aki with her hair down like normal waifu hair. She's got like a sort of slicked back on the top, and then it's like, yeah, it's like slicked back on the top and shaved on the sides. I still think that's quite like Aki-ish. Yeah, it still feels like Aki. She's also got the fan glasses, which is a cute reference. I think it's fairly good. I mentioned on Twitter that I think, to me, this looks kind of like an Annie Lennox outfit. It's very 80s to me. The short blonde hair, the padded shoulders, and the exposed midriff is very Annie Lennox, which I think is pretty cool, but I don't love it. I think for me, what kind of brings it down a bit is like the bottom half. I think the top half looks great. I feel like the sort of like just generic pants, not much going on down here. They're sort of flared at the bottom, are like pulling it down a few points for me. But I definitely think the top half looks great. Ed's is boring to me. Like, I was expecting a new Ed costume, but this is more like a nostalgia costume. It's like a very slightly updated version of Street Fighter V Ed. Like, he's got like the overcoat, I guess, like the jacket on top. Ed has like 3 costumes. He's got like default and 2 costumes, but all 3 of them are just like rehashes of Street Fighter V stuff. So it's not. I don't dislike it. It's just a bit boring to me. What was the last one? Akuma. I'm a sucker for Tengu masks. I've got to be honest, I actually like this one a lot, but it's just because I like characters that wear Tengu masks. I played Mr. Karate a lot in KOF 13. He did. Oh, I guess, okay, if we're being strict about our Japanese mythology, I guess this is an Oni mask, not a Tengu mask. It's a slightly different thing, so that's why it hasn't got the big long nose. The only thing for me bringing this costume down is the roid gut. If you guys have ever seen what happens to a bodybuilder once they've been doing like HGH for like 10 years straight, the gut, they still have the abs, but their gut kind of like explodes outwards in all directions. And it gets way too like distended. Joe Rogan looking. Yeah, this is very roid gut to me. I'm not sure how I feel about this part of it, but I think the mask looks really cool. Yeah, this man is not passing the urine test. I think that's about like everything I wanted to cover for the costumes. All right, let me get up the bands video. Hold on. I guess I should preface this by saying that just explaining where we're at right now. Capcom have dropped a trailer for the upcoming Season 2 balance patch. And if like me, you're thinking, man, why does this fucking YouTuber keep making these videos just covering like a small number of changes? This is like my 3rd video going over changes to Season 2. Why doesn't he just do the whole thing? And it's because Capcom refuses to just drop the patch notes. Like, I have been begging for Capcom to just drop the patch notes for like 3 weeks, but they keep drip feeding everything. So even I would much rather have made like 1 video covering everything, but Capcom is like drip feeding all this information. I think quite a few of the changes here are things that I've already gone over in previous videos, so I will kind of skip over those. And I'll put a link in the description if you want more detail on those. So this first part is just demonstrating the new raw drive reversal. So if you guys don't already know, you can now just do drive reversal without being in block stun. You can use it as like a kind of pseudo reversal on wake up. Alright, I guess we'll do these one character at a time. So for Ryu, we have 2 changes here. This one's similar to the Honda change. Ryu can now cancel his target combo. This one, which I think is, what is this? Medium punch, light kick, medium kick? I'm not even sure what the input is for this one. But you can now cancel this into the Denjin charge. This target combo is niche, but it is used sometimes. I have seen this used by Ryu players. So like you could use this in the corner and stuff. But then this is the real buff. This is the one. This is probably, I think, going to end up being like one of the biggest buffs in the entire balance patch. The ability to not use Denjin, just hold on to it until you actually need to spend it, I think is so huge. Storable Denjin is crazy. So being able to just throw out fireballs while having the Denjin charge ready, but not having to immediately spend it on the next fireball is huge. So yeah, this is a buff to his neutral, and it's a buff to his combo game. Pretty crazy. We saw that already. That was in the last thing. Yeah, Luke can now stand heavy punch into charged light knuckle. Don't ask me why. Pretend you didn't see that one. This is cool. This is, again, this is 2 buffs that we did hear about last time, but it's nice to see them being used together, like in tandem. So you can now combo from heavy or presumably EX shoulder into air EX grab, the Izuna drop, which is a nice buff to her combo structure. But she can also now do this, which is grounded EX Tatsu into level 2. Both of those are nice buffs to Kimberly's combo game. Both. I'd like to see how much damage this does. Unfortunately, this trailer doesn't have damage visible, but I'd imagine this hits pretty hard. So this one I had no idea about when I first watched it. Like, I didn't know what this change was. Apparently, from what I've heard from Chun-Li players, medium punch or forward medium punch into drive rush back heavy punch is not currently a combo. Okay, yeah, so that's not a combo. I assume this is like a side effect of the fact that they've made her forward medium punch not single hit confirmable. Like, I guess what this is the cancel into drive rush comes out a bit faster. So this is worse as a hit confirm, but it's a buff to her actual, like, combo damage. Again, we saw this one already. The only change here is that she can now combo. She can now combo back heavy punch into EX spin kick. The Manon players don't seem very happy with this one, because it's like a 5-bar drive combo. I don't know. I think this is a nice little combo boost. I mean, it's not gonna suddenly make Manon top tier, I'll tell you that much. But I don't know. When it comes to Capcom, you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, because Capcom has a track record of randomly nerfing grapplers that aren't very good in the first place. So to be honest, I would take whatever you can get. Yeah, this is the ground bounce. I mean, we already knew that you get the ground bounce here on Punish Counter. The only slightly new info we have out of this is that you can go straight into level 2 off it. I think in most situations you'd want to drive rush Hellstab off that. You wouldn't want to go straight into level 2, but I guess that's an option if you're in Burnout at the very least. Now here's a real change. This change I am very surprised by. This might be like the biggest stealth buff that I haven't seen many people talk about. This change right here. Capcom have enabled JP now to cancel his EX Fireball into level 2. And this, to me, seems extremely cheap. First of all, it's worth pointing out that the EX Fireball actually continues to hit after the activation. Because look, he cancels the first hit of the 2 swipes into EX Fireball. We're going to do this really slowly, frame by frame. But you can see that even after the activation, the EX Fireball is still going. It's still out there. It's still going, and it swipes a second time at this point. So you are fully locked down. Like, if you are already in block stun, there's a good chance you're just now fully locked into it. And the thing is, because this is a true block string, this means that you can't parry to protect yourself from the high-low. And even worse than that, because he can activate from, like, this distance now, you can't even drive reversal. Like, if he activates off, like, Stand Fierce into EX Fireball, and you try and drive reversal this, from here, it's just gonna whiff. Like, you are genuinely just locked down, and you have no defensive options to deal with it. So, I think this is a diabolical change to give JP. I don't know how big the gap is gonna be here. He does drive rush overhead. I don't know if that's real or not, but I think you will be locked down for a very long time with this change. So this one scares the shit out of me. Alright, for Ken stuff, we have a few new things here. The actual change here is, that. Crouch medium kick now combos into run DP. So that'll be a combo on punish counter, which is like, so if you whiff punish with Ken crouch medium kick, you'll now be able to do that. Who asked for this? Ken buffs, man. And this is not the only one. There's a second buff in this clip. So I think this is new as well, right? You can't currently do EX Jinrai into run uppercut. Yeah, so it's hard to tell what the change is here. It's not clear to me if the buff is that EX Dragon Lash now bounces you higher, or Run DP is faster. I'm not sure which of those two is the case. Run DP being faster is a little bit scary, because if you guys don't know, this move is actually really good at punishing fireballs. Yeah, Takamura punishes me all the time with this. So the fact that this should be even faster now, and you can probably do it even earlier, is a little bit scary. If that is what the change is. I did see some people saying that this change is like subtly implying that Ken has lost the ability to side switch meterlessly. But I feel like that's just copium. I think they're just trying to show off the EX Jinrai change. I don't think this is Capcom like whispering in your ear and telling you that Ken now has to spend bar on a side switch. This is an odd one. This definitely wasn't discovered in any of the previous tests, I think. So Cammy's target combo, which is what, like Fierce Roundhouse? I don't even know what the buttons are for this thing. The only time I ever see this used is when Cammy players try and do stand heavy punch into DP into level 3 and they fuck up the input. That's the only time I've ever seen that target combo. But now it's like special cancelable. I think you can interrupt this target combo early. I think there is a gap before the third hit. So I guess that's the counterplay. I don't know. Did Cammy need more ways to continue her pressure? I don't know. Got some Dhalsim buffs. I think these are the first ever Dhalsim buffs. Dhalsim's an odd character, and no one, as far as I know, reported any Dhalsim changes in, like, any of the, like, previous tests. I hadn't seen anything about Dhalsim, so there's two going on here. I'm pretty sure stand heavy kick, drive rush, crouch medium punch doesn't combo right now. Yeah. So, they've obviously made this either an earlier cancel or stand heavy kick is more advantageous, because this isn't a combo right now. That's buff number 1. And the second buff they've given Dhalsim here is it looks like they've made his level 3 have a hitbox that doesn't suck. So like level 3 actually connects here from like max range back medium kick into flame. This would absolutely not hit right now. For some reason, despite Dhalsim being the character whose whole thing is having tons of range, right now his level 3 has like a tiny hitbox. Yeah. But right now, it's actually kind of awkward sometimes to combo into his level 3. And I think that'll also make it better as an anti-air. Because you can kind of use this thing as an anti-air, but again, it's very stubby. To be honest, I think the biggest buff Dhalsim is getting in this balance patch is the universal drive reversal change. Like, that alone probably helps this character a lot. DJ got an odd change. So, DJ does level 1. And the Kimberly player responds with Drive Rush, Crouch, Jab, and DJ is able to block in time. And because it's DJ, Capcom knows the mindset of the DJ player. After blocking a single Drive Rush Jab, he immediately does EX up kicks. That's the true DJ mindset right there. But, yeah, this is an odd one. I mean, right now, DJ's level 1 is basically just combo fodder. You'll, like 99.9% of the time, you will only ever see this level 1 used at the end of a combo. Because it has no invincibility. So you can't use it as a reversal. It does have like a gimmick usage, which people have pointed out a few times. Which is that if this thing punish counters, then it crumples and you get a combo off this thing. And I guess the argument now is that it's a little bit safer if you try and use this as a whiff punish and it gets blocked. But I still don't think this is going to be used for that purpose. Because the issue is, DJ has amazing whiff punishes already without having to risk a bar of super. Like, that's always been my argument against using this thing as like a combo starter. You don't need to with DJ. He already can absolutely destroy your life if he like whiff punishes with Stand Fierce. Yeah, I mean, I don't know optimal DJ stuff, but like he's a big damage character and he has very good whiff punish buttons. So it's just like you don't need to spend level 1 on a whiff punish. You can just do the actual combo and then level 1. So they've made it slightly safer, but I think this is kind of a nothing change. Alright, blink and you miss it. Lily changes. So we've got... So Luke's heavy uncharged flash knuckle is -4. And I think stand light kick is Lily's only 4 frame right now. And now it combos into crouch medium kick on punish counter, so that's new. I don't think she has that right now. But yeah, so right now, her only 4 frame is only +5 on punish counter. So if Lily blocks like a -4 move, I think like her only options to punish is like stand light kick, crouch jab, uppercut probably. She has very bad punishes off -4s. She can't. Most characters in this game off a punish counter 4 frame can link into a medium or even a heavy. She can only do light special. So they've given her a light to medium link on punish counter. Oh yeah, and the last change, the second Lily change, is that crouch medium kick now combos into the EX spin, whatever it's called, the EX charge, that thing. So she now has like a better combo off her low, and she can also get a wind charge off this. So that's a pretty good buff. Alright, this, I genuinely have no idea what's going on here. The Blanka segment is baffling to me, because as far as I can tell, everything here is completely unchanged, unless I'm suffering from a gas leak. So we get Drive Rush Hop, which is already a thing, and then we get crouch medium kick into EX Rainbow Roll on crouching Zangief, which is already a combo. This is already a thing. I assume what the change is this is probably universal right now, and they just picked a character at random to demonstrate this on. And they just accidentally picked one of the only characters that this works on already. That's probably what happened, but I don't know for sure. You are -3? Wait. Oh, wait, if I do it as early as possible? Hold on. Ah, maybe that's what it is. If I do it as absolute early as possible here, I'm +1, but I stay same side. I guess that's what it is. Alright, we found the change. We found a change. Yeah, I don't think it's faster. I just think that either the hop travels further, or like the drive rush momentum is a little bit more noticeable. Anyway, so the first change, which was this, is already a thing, and the second change is very, very subtle. So yeah, I don't know. Blanka players don't seem to have much to look forward to right now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have been playing this game for what, like a year now? Even longer than that because of the betas and stuff. I don't think I have ever seen this target combo in my entire life. I don't think until today, I don't think I'd ever seen that. I mean, I guess this is now super cancelable. Like, that's the change. It's a buff for modern players. Oh, is that what it is? It seems like quite a few characters have had like extra extensions put on their target combos. I guess that's for modern stuff. Yeah, kind of the same thing again for Marisa. She can now do, again, a target combo that I don't think I've ever seen done. Marisa can now level 2 cancel or super cancel her target combo. Yeah, I don't really see this target combo either. Is this also like a buff to modern? Oh, is it not a super cancel? Is it just a link? Oh yeah, it doesn't look like a super cancel, it just looks like a link. Actually, that's worse, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If this is just a link into level 2, level 2 is much faster than her level 1 and level 3, so that doesn't look like you'd be able to juggle into much else besides her level 2 super. I would assume that, like, at this height, most things would probably whiff. I doubt there's much else that Marisa has that's fast enough to pick up a juggle here. I'm gonna try my best not to get mad about Guile buffs, because I'm not fond of this character. To be honest though, like, I don't think this is as big a deal as it seems. You guys have got to remember, if you don't already know, this is not one EX move, this is 2 EX moves. EX, whatever this thing's called, Sonic Blade or whatever it is 1 EX move. An EX fireball afterwards is a second EX move. This is not like a 2-in-1. So this is 4 bars of drive you're spending to do this into level 1. But like, the thing about Guile is that this character already can do drive rush jab into stand fierce into level 1. Like, this character I think already has better combos that cost less money. Like, he can already get good conversions off crouch jab, and this is 3 bars, bearing in mind. So I think that's a flashy combo. Like, that's the kind of the combo that you see in a video and you think, oh fuck, why are they buffing Guile? But I don't even think it's gonna be that good compared to his existing combos. Yeah, we already know about that one. That's the target combo into hands charge. We covered that last video. Same for the Jamie changes. This one's also been covered already. Drive rush, crouch, medium punch into crouch, heavy punch now links. That's new. And the target combo also now links. Although, wait. So they're doing the target combo here with drive rush advantage. So actually, you can already do this part of the combo. This already works, like, with drive rush advantage, which is an odd way to show this off. Oh, this one's really funny. This is actually a really funny change. I had to watch this like 3 times because I didn't understand the Ed change. I was like, what are they showcasing here? And all they're showing here, the big buff that Ed got is that his crouch jab is no longer -5 on block. So they do crouch jab, and then Cammy does stand light kick, and this is not a punish counter. So I mean, yeah, they buffed his crouch jab so that it's not now insanely punishable for some reason. But that is a funny way to show off a buff. Like, all these other characters getting all these fancy new combo routes, and the only thing they have to show for Ed is, hey, check it out, his crouch jab is no longer unsafe on block. See, this is the thing you guys have got to be careful of. If you guys ever pick up a character in a fighting game right before a major balance patch, you've got to be careful. Because devs never like to give lots of changes to characters that have only just come out, because they're scared that they might screw up the balance while everything's still being figured out. So I'm not surprised that it seems like Ed is probably not going to get many changes, because he's just so new. Aki, on the other hand, came out just enough in advance. Yeah, Aki's already been out for like 8 months. So this is basically just a combo application of what we already know. The change here is the light whip crumples on punish counter, which is, I've talked about in previous videos. This is a big buff for Aki. But I'm looking forward to testing this out. This is definitely going to be the first thing I test when the update drops about Aki. If this is the most exciting changes they have to get us hyped, we are cooked. Man, I've seen so much dooming about this balance patch. Maybe it's just because I play Aki and it seems like Aki might end up being one of the big winners of the patch. I've seen so many people talking about, like, dooming about the patch not doing enough. Not shaking up the game enough. I would at the very least save your Doomer opinions until the patch notes come out. That's another reason why I really think Capcom should drop the patch notes, because so many people are getting concerned. Yeah, there's tons of changes which are not going to be in these videos. Like, we already know from, like, previous location tests about, like, 5 other Aki changes which haven't been mentioned by Capcom anywhere. So I think there's going to be a lot more to this update than people are expecting. I mean, hell, there was a major... Let me just jump to something else real quick before I finish this. Look, let me show you guys something. Shoutouts to Leffen, by the way. Leffen came in clutch by spotting something that, like, no one else had noticed.
Cancel it, but it's quite good. I think you can also, you know, dash. I'm sorry.
Do you guys see it? Did you guys notice that? Look at Ryu's drive gauge after the perfect parry into punish counter's back throw.
Quite good. I think you can also, you know, dash. I'm sorry.
He only loses half a bar of drive. This is a huge change. This, like, we're not quite sure the exact details of this. It seems like what they've probably done is made it so that if you start a combo with a perfect parry, not only does the damage scale, but also the drive damage scales now as well. It seems like it's probably a perfect parry nerf, but this is a huge change that fundamentally changes a lot of your decision making out of perfect parries. But this is something that no one has noticed or mentioned until, like, yesterday. So this is why I'm saying don't be a doomer about the balance patch until we have the full picture, because something like that is a really big change to the system mechanics, but it wasn't even known about until 24 hours ago. Oh yeah, last change. Rashid can now super cancel, or level 3 cancel, I assume, his run slide. I'm guessing it's only level 3. Because I think his run slide counts as a special move, not a, I don't think this counts as like a command normal. I think that's classified as a special move, but you can now super cancel it. So there you go. That's the end of the stuff that Capcom is teasing. Oh, I'm going to show you guys one more change. There is one more change which was not from this footage, bizarrely. Capcom gave early access to the Akuma build to a bunch of streamers for some, like, AT&T event. I think they're trying to promote the update to people who aren't already, like, involved in the Street Fighter community. So they gave like an early access thing to some variety streamers and stuff. So the only other change that I thought was noteworthy that I just wanted to point out is there was a section where he was showing off the new Aki costume. So fortunately, while Jake and Bake was, like, mashing buttons at random, he was in training mode, and that means that it does show on the overlay the frame data of some normals that were being pressed and just, like, hit at random. So we do have one more Aki buff confirmed. Where is it? Okay, first of all, that one's deconfirmed. An early report from the Japan build was that Stand Fierce was buffed and is faster. That one was a gas leak. As we can see right here, Stand Fierce is still 12 frames. This is completely unchanged. So, Japanese gas leak confirmed on that one. But, Stand Medium Kick start up 8 frames, which is a good buff. This improves a few combo routes. So right now her Stand Medium Kick is 9 frames, which is the same as her Stand Heavy Kick, which makes it kind of difficult to use in combos, because most of the time you would rather press Heavy Kick for the same startup. But if this is reduced to 8 frames, that means that it now links from both Punish Counter Jab and Drive Rush Jab. So for example, like right now, if you want to convert from like jabs with Aki with a Drive Rush cancel, basically the only combo you can do here is this. That's about all you get. You do Drive Rush Jab into Medium Punch. You can do Crouch Medium Punch as well, but her light to medium routes on Drive Rush aren't very good. If you want to do a fat combo, you have to kind of like double Drive Rush. Like that. You have to use like Crouch Jab to Stand Medium Punch as like an intermediate step when you're doing Drive Rush combos. But because this will now be 8 frames, you'll be able to do Crouch Jab, Drive Rush, Crouch Jab, Stand Medium Kick, and then Stand Medium Punch into whatever. So you basically get a free extra medium in your combo now, but like no extra cost. You just get to shove Stand Medium Kick in the middle of that combo, which is pretty nice. And the other thing is, not even as a combo tool, I've been saying for a long time, Aki's Stand Medium Kick is a really fucking good button. This thing has an absolutely gigantic hitbox and very little hurtbox. It's kind of balanced out by the fact that it doesn't really convert into anything on hit. But as just like an ordinary poke, this button is amazing. So just making this thing 1 frame faster just as a neutral tool is also a big buff. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. That's all the changes that I could cover. Hopefully this will be the last time I talk about changes without having the actual patch notes in front of me. But let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you all in the next video.